Good morning, dear friends. It's Jayashrii with the Finding Freedom podcast. I hope that you're having a really wonderful day. And let's get right to this week's topic. Thank you so much for this question. A wonderful soul asks, would you talk about disappointment and also lost love? Absolutely. So, what is disappointment? It's generally expectations that haven't been met. We had a vision in our mind of what was going to be, what should be, what we had, and suddenly something occurs that takes that away. And we're left with a mini death. Or it can feel bigger than mini, it's depending on what you're talking about. A loss. And it hurts. And so we have to come back to the knowledge of who we are, which is full, whole, and complete, and never lacking. We are love. We are peace. We are content. We are presence. And we forget this. And we think that we will only be whole and complete and full of love and happy and content if our world is a certain way on the outside. And this is just not the case. And what happens is, if we fall for ego's lie that we need something outside of ourselves in order to be okay, even if we get that thing, that person, it's only a matter of time before reality hits and we realize that person, that thing, isn't actually what we expected. And it falls short. And suddenly, we're left in the same position we were before we ever met that person or had that thing. The same position that we would be in if we lost that thing. And this is why it's so important, it's absolutely crucial to understand that we already have everything we want and need. We always have, and we always will. The kingdom of God is within. And you can state this in so many ways. The power of the present moment is all that we have, and it is who we are. In Buddhist traditions, we talk about emptiness. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. And when we can let go of all the facades, all the roles, all the conditioning, all the identities, and be that expansive emptiness, which is so full, that space, that spaciousness in which all potentialities exist simultaneously, where we understand that the same essence is within everything, regardless of its name or form. When we really root in the depth of who we are, we don't need anything to be a certain way, because we understand the equanimity of life, and that there is no better, there's no past and future that should have been a certain way and will be finally what we've been looking for. No, it's all right here. You know, if we live our life always looking for the next thing, wishing that the last thing had been different, we miss our life, because life is here now in the present moment. We are presence. When we can let ourselves dissolve into the presence that we are, when we release that heavy load of expectations and baggage and identity and facades, when we stop and realize that we are all actors on a stage, that we don't need to take it so seriously, that this is just a pit stop in the infinite journey. And that everything is a gift, no matter how it looks. And that we're here to realize ourselves in all our magnificence. And in doing so, release judgment of others, judgment of ourselves, and we bring the light that we are into this world. And this is through detachment. It's only from this place that we can actually share love, receive love, give love, because it's who we are, and we're not trying to be something that we're not, which prevents us from being who we are, true unconditional love. And so the second part of this question was about lost love. And I know it's very, very hard, but it's a beautiful pointer to the fact that we are the love that we need, and that no one else can ever give us what it is that we seek. And even though we thought they did, that's truly not the case. That the love that we need is with us always. And this is why enlightened beings across time rarely had a significant other, because they had no need. They were so full and whole. And now I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a significant other. Not at all. But it's extra. It's not everything. We're okay with or without. So there's a phrase that my teacher often uses, which is, there's a mistaken process that we get into, which is the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. They're two sides of the same coin. And so this happens when, we make that business partnership and we feel that thrill of victory. But then it goes through and then we feel the agony of defeat. We find that perfect person and we're in the bliss of victory again. Then we lose that person and we're in the agony of defeat. And so this is why it's so crucial, as I started, to root ourselves in the full, unconditional love of who we are. And all of that other stuff, all of the content of our life is just ripples on the surface of the water, so that happy and sad, gain and loss, they don't affect us, because we are that which never changes, the infinite love. Please let me know what your thoughts are and share your questions or comments and experience in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a topic or a question for a future podcast. And I hope that this was helpful. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share it with a friend. As always, I send you love, light, and presence. Namaskar.